Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me, as always,
Erik Icarus.
Eric,
what's up, man?
You can find us on the gram.
True.
At REC Podcast. You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast, and you can follow yourself.
Gulag_J_Wielden.
Dude, I like what you got going on here.
Thanks,
man.
Man.
Okay, you got a little
this, no hair.
No hair for the ladies. For the ladies. Like, but I wish that if I opened it a bit, like it was really hairy here. Like you just did it
right
for the
here.
V. I just do it for the V.
It's just like a weird V, and then
yeah. Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
You know, with the beard, everyone thinks I'd be hairy, but
yeah. I know. Well, you're native. You know, you're native. I'm gonna move the mic back a little bit. I like that. All right, cool.
Alrighty.
Oh man, it feels like it's been a while.
It's been a minute, dude.
You know,
I feel like it's been a minute.
It's been kind of a news void.
Yeah.
And you know, I went back to work. Your work
working hard.
got way more open.
Oh yeah.
You know, so we apologize, guys. We know you missed us. But we're back.
We're back, baby.
Maybe not with a vengeance, but like I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty into it.
We're back.
But fortunately, we
Yes.
did get a lot of news.
Yeah,
oh my god, we have so much news to talk about.
We got a lot of crap going on.
First things first.
Yes, sir.
I want to say the WB is going to be paying for their sins. All right? As we've said in other shows in the past, Warner Brothers, I just feel like it's poorly run, just as a whole. Just poorly run. And, they announced that they were going to do all of their movies for 2021 that they will be released simultaneously streaming on HBO Max and have theatrical releases. We found out that on the back end for Wonder Woman, that was kind of going to be the start of this, which Patty Jenkins, Gal Gadot, the people who were entitled to kind of those back end box office monies,
right.
They were kind of paid as if it was going to happen regardless, just to kind of smooth that over. Well, that upset a lot of other directors that did not get the same type of deal from Warner Brothers.
Totally.
And as far as I know, I don't know all the ins and outs of the legal things, but there was litigation going on, and directors were suing and actors were suing because, like, hey, we're not going to get our box office points.
Exactly.
And it
turns my back end.
As far as I know, it's being reported that Warner Brothers is going to settle with the people in question. Nobody named, because I don't think it actually went to. Yeah, it was all in the hey guys, yeah. We'll take care.
We'll take care before this gets out of hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now movies like Dune, anything from like Legendary Pictures or the smaller outlets owned by Warner Brothers, they are going to pay those directors and actors as if they got their okay, this is what we projected the box office totals to be. This is what it is.
This is what you might be getting.
Yes. So I don't think this experiment of releasing things simultaneously is going to last for more than 2021.
Nope. We called this. I'm going to say we called this.
Yeah.
That was a dumb idea. I'm just going to say it. Stupid. Yeah. Very, very, very stupid. Not only do you cheapen the experience of the movie, in my opinion. I get these are different times. We got to adapt, but sometimes the wait is worth it. Yeah. And you isolate all these other kind of smaller actors, studios, movies, who maybe had a chance in a big theater to get more money.
Yeah, because I think that you ultimately you cut yourself off at the knees on a movie like something like Taken, which and Paul Blart Mall Cop. Those types of things aren't going to make that kind of money on streaming. It was just they were anomalous $100 million movies.
For some odd reason.
And don't get me wrong, first Taken's great. Paul Blart's not my type of comedy.
What about Taken 2?
Electric Boogaloo?
Electric Boogaloo.
So I think that when you like those things, those flashes in the pan, like that's where you make your where you make your money. You're just and to those directors who like took a chance on a smaller film and then it does well. Yeah, like that's great.
That's where we get our Quentin Tarantino.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yes.
But the streaming and the simultaneous nonsense. Let's not do this again.
No. It's still going to happen this year because they're going to pay it anyway.
They have to do it.
But I think that they're going to realize after this year, as long as everything goes back to some semblance of normalcy.
Sure.
We won't have this issue.
Nope.
Which is great because I was worried. I work in the theater industry, so for me, I was like, this is so stupid. It's not going to make any sense. And hey, and I don't think it will. It will. I think it will force other people though to try a couple things, so like we might get something like Black Widow could still go simultaneous.
Don't do it.
I hope not.
Don't you do it.
But I'll watch that. I'll do both though.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I cannot do it to my girl.
Yeah.
You know, I love Black Widow. I love me some ScarJo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's my husky voice siren.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's got a lot going on.
She does.
We can just say it.
Yeah, she does. She got a lot going on.
She's done a lot for a chick with a lazy eye, and I'm impressed by it. Okay, I'm impressed. Keep dreaming, kids. But our boy Kevin Feige, the patron saint of the MCU, gave us some more. Just like he was like, "Hey guys, you remember that Disney investor meeting that nobody knew was going to be this type of hot fire?"
Yeah, we didn't have to call it the Marvel Dome.
No,
we call it the most boring thing in the world, and it was the most interesting.
Yeah, it was that date that ended up being something more.
Yeah,
DC's trying to really lay those tracks. Like, hey, we're marriage material. Look at all this great stuff that we can do. And then they don't deliver. They're bad. You're in a bad relationship with Warner Brothers and DC. But with Marvel, they say, "Hey, we can take our time. If you're not ready, we're not ready." Okay, But when you're ready, we got you.
Yeah.
And
so you're not into something? We can try it later.
Kevin Feige talked to a bunch of different websites this weekend and dropped some more knowledge on us.
Yeah.
Just kind of cursory. Just gave us some Black Panther 2 update that, from the horse's mouth, they're not going to be recasting Chadwick Boseman. So we are going to, whether it's Shuri, whether it's our long Hail Mary Killmonger in stasis type of thing, which I would totally be down for. Michael B. Jordan, sexiest man alive right now. And I would love that.
Excuse me?
Well, you're the sexiest, REC sexiest man alive is the Icarus, all right? He was saying that Black Panther 2 is going to delve more into some of that Wakandan lore. So we're going to see more people. Like, I think they're going to cast a wide net and give us some other characters.
I think so. I mean, in light of what happened and whatever, it's very sad. And, good on Feige, still rolling with the Black Panther universe, having faith in these other actors and the franchise as a whole. Seeing it more than just one person. I think I'm excited to get more lore on Wakanda because if you don't read the comic books, Wakanda is so awesome.
It is awesome, and everything that all the tracks that they laid in the first movie. I mean, you just want more.
Oh yeah, big time.
Hell,
I want more tribes.
Yeah, Winston Duke as M'Baku. I mean, he could be the Black Panther.
He could,
and I mean, he could be the Black Panther just for Black Panther 2.
Sure,
just be like, hey, like Wakanda needs a hero. He's still out in the mountains with his guys. But he's like, hey, like I'll suit up.
Yeah, and maybe it'll be like when Batman, Bruce Wayne went missing. Yeah, they just kind of like, who's going to be the new Bat?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a storyline where they were like trying to figure out who the next Batman was?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but it was like it was going to be Tim Drake or Grayson.
Yeah, Dick Grayson ended up being Batman, but it was like, is somebody going to step up? Is there not going to be a Batman? This is how it's going to be for the Black Panther.
There's got to be a Black Panther.
I think there should, and I think there will be. And they said that they were going to write him out in the thing. So like he's not going to. Maybe he dies in a mission. Right. Maybe he's just gone. Maybe
I think they just be real with this, and maybe Black Panther dies from a disease. Maybe he really does die from cancer.
Yeah, those mystic flowers. Turns out you can't drink.
Yeah, you can't drink
mystic flowers your whole life.
They were not FDA approved.
Yes.
Just don't be like Game of Death style or whatever Bruce Lee's last movie was and show his corpse. We don't need this. Don't show Chadwick Boseman's corpse. Don't need this.
No.
But I'm excited for that stuff, though. Very excited.
Yeah, same here. We all fell in love with Chadwick and T'Challa. And while my fantasy football team name was T'Chavez. I mean, that's
come on, that's love.
Yeah. That was a tribute. All right. And there were some questions asked about, I keep calling them the Marvel Knights. I guess we all kind of refer to them as the Marvel Knights. And I mean, they should do that from now on.
Yes.
But the Netflix Marvel characters, he was kind of asked about that. And it's, I only read this in script from either, between Collider and Screen Rant.
Right.
He says, Feige says, I've been working for Marvel long enough to never say never, but is, just paraphrasing, it's not something that's in their purview right now, but it's not something I can see happening. At the very least, we're going to get Charlie Cox.
Yeah, Charlie Cox will be back. I mean, there was rumors he was on the set of Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
Which if there's a rumor of that, it's true. He's going to be in there.
Feige even was talking about that, where he says, he's like, I love to see what you guys think on the internet.
Right.
He's like, sometimes you guys are so opposite end of what we're actually going to do But it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
He's like, and then someday you guys are so close.
Yeah, you're right
so
there.
Close. And we get it. I think,
Yeah.
comic book people, and I even say MCU people.
Yes,
you've been watching 21 movies of MCU movies. Even if you're somewhat familiar with the product,
right.
you're able to make certain leaps. We just able to fill in some gaps with some furikake seasoning.
Mrs. Dash.
Right? Yeah, Mrs. Dash. I was thinking of the Japanese stuff. He went.
I went Mrs. Dash.
Mrs. Dash. I get what you get. But filling in those flavor profiles.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what we get to do as comic book
absolutely.
fans.
And we did speculate, or not necessarily speculate, but we did say Charlie's back. We would love to have Kristen Ritter back. Love to have Mike Coulter back.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Yeah. I don't even remember Danny Rand's character's
name. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I sorry guys. I'm sure he's a fine actor elsewhere, not in Game of Thrones, but I love Iron Fist so much. I'm so sad.
It was the one he was most excited for when the Netflix series was announced. Was Iron Fist.
And for me, is since 2008, this is that's the first whiff of the MCU for me.
Right.
And I know they're MCU adjacent, but it sounds like we're gonna get him in here. Yeah. I just hope Feige's like, hey, like, dude, sorry, we're just recasting this.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah. And Elektra for that matter. Get rid of that.
You are the minority on that. Yeah. I enjoy her. A lot of people really enjoyed her.
Yeah.
She did what she could with what she had.
I think maybe if they were able to tell a different Elektra story, I could be into it. Yeah. But I didn't care for the Elektra story that they gave us.
I didn't either, to be honest.
So many things.
So many things. They had a rich tapestry to pull from. I went back and watched Daredevil season 2.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
One of my favorite. You don't like it?
The pieces of it. I like the first 3 episodes.
I only like the Punisher stuff.
I don't.
I like that as much.
It's okay. Yeah. I have the stuff where Daredevil and Punisher are interacting. Love it.
Yeah.
Wanted more of that. Yeah. I feel like they were just trying to shoehorn everything in. We need Elektra. We need the Hand. We need Punisher. Da 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 da. Like
it is a lot.
Yeah. But it could have been great. It could have been great.
Did you see that? There's a pretty decent petition going out to get Punisher removed from MCU canon because of what happened at the events of the Capitol,
sure.
And just like that symbol being adopted by idiots. If you participate, that shut off our show.
We don't need that.
I hope that Marvel doesn't do that, but maybe they can put Punisher on they can cool him down a bit.
I don't think so. I think you take a stance with this character. Maybe you even write it into the character.
Oh, I would love that. Oh, I would love that, Marvel. Let's do a Punisher taking out some
they adopt
some treacherous people.
Right, they adopt his symbol as a namesake, and
and he's like, nah.
Yeah, this isn't what it represents, and they even get the idea of the character wrong, these people.
Yeah.
Like his character it's about vengeance.
Yeah.
Personal vengeance.
No. Even you've got it wrong, baby.
What do you think it is?
Remember, it isn't vengeance.
It's punishment.
It's punishment.
Oh yeah.
That's his whole thing.
Yeah, it's punishment.
That's Frank's great flaw.
Yes.
Is that, wrong thing for the right reasons, kind of thing. And I would love that scene where he's like, I served, if you drew that where he was going against certain MAGA type people, and him like explaining like, hey, I fought for this country.
Yeah, he did.
And what I'm doing is against that country. I fight under no flag.
Right.
This is my flag. You could have something like that. I'm
already seen it. Like people are showing up at the White House, and he steps in like, Punisher's here to help us, and then he steps in front of the president.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, and then he gives that kind of
something along those lines that could get my.
That's what I'm saying, Marvel. You turn it against them.
Yeah,
you take the symbol back for the nerds.
Yeah, establish like what the Punisher. We understand as comic book fans like what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Again, in the comic book world, it's for the right reasons.
Right, and we can separate fiction from reality.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people can't.
No.
But the Elektra stuff is just so whack to me. And
it is.
And it's funny because one of my favorite Elektra stories is so obscure. It's so ridiculous. It's actually a Secret Invasion tie-in, I think, or maybe Secret Invasion Aftermath type thing. And it's heavy to go into without knowing all of the Secret Invasion stuff, which we will get to at a later date. But there's just this great line in there where she says, "I'm Elektra Nachos, and not even the stars are safe." And it's just such a great I don't know. It's such a great line, and I didn't get any of those feelings of Elektra from, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the actress's name. She's not bad. She also played Jinx in G.I. Joe, which I love that character, and she was fine there.
She wasn't Jinx to me either. I think she looks Elektra. She looked the part.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I feel like they shot, in oh my, help me out here. Who was the showrunner for that?
Stephen Knight?
Jeff Loeb.
Oh, Jeff Loeb, okay.
Yeah,
for the Netflix season?
You've heard about what's going on with him, right?
Yeah.
About him being kind of a racist.
Oh, no, I haven't heard that. I'd have to vet that, because Jeff, as far as I know, Jeff's like a decent dude.
This is pretty
Pretty
substantiated.
recent?
So the guy who played Nobu, the gentleman who played Nobu, came out and said, he basically told this actor, because the actor's like, hey, listen, I had a couple questions about the script, or maybe we beefed this part up, and then he's like, listen, nobody cares about Asians right now.
Oh, dang.
Straight up said that to him, and a lot of people heard this.
Oh, wow.
So Jeff Loeb's in a little bit of hot water.
Ooh,
right now.
I haven't read this article. I'll have to check that out.
It's kind of a big deal, but that's why I think that is why we got the, because we even complained about the ninjas in the hand being like faceless goons,
just whack.
Yeah, and then Nobu from the Knight to the Loeb, regime. He just kind of goes from a three-dimensional character, kind of just a ruthless businessman,
which I love.
Which I love too. Just like, I'm a zombie killer, and I'm Asian, and I'm sneaky. But yeah, I think maybe we do get these Netflix nights back, and we we get
nights.
I like that.
Yeah,
and we kind of
I've had a couple of those in my day.
And who knows where this can go?
Yeah,
I'm excited. Because Feige knows what he's doing.
He does. He
the
does.
Feigmeister.
He did also mention some Secret Invasion stuff, which is the
there you go.
Comic book wise, a great story of deception where you have the Skrulls, which we've seen in Spider-Man, we've seen them in Captain Marvel, and in the comic books, they're very much the bad guys. And right now, they're kind of using them as a something
Refugees.
of a refugee foil. There's some symbolism there and all of that.
You don't have to dig too far into it to know what they are and the Kree are.
Yes, and it's flipped in the comics.
Yes.
So the Secret Invasion story, where you have in the comic books, you have the Skrulls infiltrating every layer of government, entertainment, wanting to take the Earth. I don't think. And based off what he's saying, too, like, we're not going to get that exact story, but we are going to get some subterfuge. Sure. But he did say Sam Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn, like, this is going to be their showcase.
Yes.
Like, this show is going to be theirs. It's going to, how long have we wanted some more Nick Fury stuff?
Forever. Since he's left.
And if we get the Nick Fury scene where he, like, discovers that Skrulls are among us from the comics, version of that,
it's going
to be great. We will talk about that at a later
We'll get
day.
you. I just want a scene where maybe, like, Fury has to, like, go undercover and he does, like, a hologram suit and he looks like Nick Fury from the comic books. White guy.
Dude.
Chomping a cigar.
It's Hasselhoff.
That'd be funny. Yeah.
Hasselhoff's in the universe.
Get him.
He's in the universe. Him and Gunn, remember? Because he does the song. He does the Guardians Inferno or whatever it is. Guardians Inferno, I believe, is Guardians Inferno. Eric got this for me for Christmas a few years ago. It's it is that song on this nice vinyl, and I absolutely love it. It's always at the ready.
It is at the ready.
But he started getting into some bigger news.
Yes.
Still a little bit more of the appetizer side. He did say we will get an Avengers 5.
Yep.
But it's not going to be in Phase 4, he says. Unless they just totally drop it on us, which I would love.
Right.
We've got quite the shakeup with the world being the way it is. Chadwick's untimely passing. I think we all agree that the torch is going to be passed to Chadwick, Bree, and Cumberbatch.
Yes.
And Benedict.
Or even Welling. Not Welling. Help me out here. Spider-Man.
Tom Holland. Yeah. Like, so those were going to be our next, Rushmore of characters. We only lost one, but I mean, let's be real. That was the most. Oh no! The only other worst one would be to actually have Robert Downey Jr. pass.
Absolutely.
For real. It would be great. It would be terrible for all of them.
Right.
But like the cultural significance, and I mean honestly, and I'll say this: I think that Black Panther started a process of bridging that gap between white and black. The people on the fringes.
Right.
Absolutely. Where it was like, oh, I can enjoy this. I can see, because even though it's Wakanda, I mean, it's African culture.
Right.
Is it African culture, sci-fi African culture? Sure. But hey, however you get your medicine.
Right. Absolutely. And being respectful with the source material.
Very much so.
In which I think they were even pulling from comic books and real African culture.
Yes.
I think they did their homework. And I think they knew how important Black Panther was going to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like what they're going to do, we're going to be really excited.
Yes.
Just going to be over the moon for.
And they're going to try really hard, and they're going to really put in effort to make us be the salve, because Unfortunately, every time Black Panther is in something, like, we're gonna get bummed.
Yes.
You know, we're gonna always wonder.
Yeah.
And it'll always be the Monday morning conversation after Avengers 7 comes
You're right.
out.
Like, oh man,
what if T'Challa was there?
Right.
You know, like, oh, yeah, T'Challa would have caught that. Or, you know, whatever. You know, so
because he would have.
Yes, it does change the plans, but that was interesting. It was nice to know that because now it really does, like, that throws a very big pebble in my pond
for sure.
So this will be the first time they didn't end a phase on an Avengers film. Ooh. So that creates something. X-Men.
Oh, who are they again?
You know, they're just
little team, ragtag team.
They're a little team.
The Bad News Bears.
Yeah,
the MCU.
I dislike the X-Men with all of my being.
Sure.
Yeah. X-Men is my favorite thing. I'm so excited, and it's nice just to get knowledge that, hey guys, not yet.
They're on the fringes with the Netflix characters.
Yeah, the ingredients are there. Like, they went shopping.
Yes.
Okay, they got the ingredients. The stew's happening.
Yes.
But we have all this other food that we got to eat first, which I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, it's not like we're getting bad food to eat.
Yes.
You know, you're not going down to the DC EU buffet.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, the one buffet that's still open during COVID.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Don't
you know, they got something that's been sitting out for 4 years. They just maybe have the same guy, like, retoss some
They're just
things.
reheating stuff and serving it to you. They're reheating it, and they're forcing us to eat it. I'm so mad.
And then it's in black and white.
Yeah, because that's what happens. Like, you can't reheat a steak. Like, have you ever tried to, like, microwave a steak or gently warm it? Yeah, it turns gray. All of the color, all of the life gets sucked out of it. So
that's what we can say about this, about the Justice League. But X-Men going to be eventually coming in.
It feels like it might be like a 3-year down the road thing.
But maybe he's swerving us.
And I would love it. I love the deception. I love how Feige and Favreau, which we're seeing in the Mandalorian universe, how Favreau's becoming the Feige of this.
Yes.
Kathleen Kennedy's like, I can just be over here.
I can bounce it.
I'm cool. That they want to give us, they kept Baby Yoda a secret.
Yes.
They kept Baby Yoda a secret in a franchise, Grogu, that prides itself on being able to license and merchandise every single thing.
Right.
And they were like, hey, it's still going to make money. Just
give
wait.
Give it a minute.
Yeah, we've got to let this simmer.
Yeah,
we've got to give this to them. And so, over there at Disney, they know we want a good, surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they've been building their whole thing off of.
What do you think? And this is my thought. We've got Disney Plus. I would love to see. I don't know if I want to see the X-Men per se, but New Mutants, something set at Xavier's school.
Didn't we get that?
I wouldn't know. I didn't see it.
But yes.
That would be cool if that's how they could introduce new characters,
right? And
then when they get good on that show, then they get bumped up to the big leagues, and you get into a movie.
Yes, I feel like that's the way things have been going.
Yeah,
you kind of get this. TV is not what it used to be.
Yeah,
TV is a very respected medium now.
Yes, oh yes.
It's like these big name stars are doing TV shows, so I could see it. Like, why not? I mean, you could get all the X-Men lore out, which is a lot of it. I think it would be harder to do an X-Men movie when you were doing the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
There's just way more going on with X-Men.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So why not give us a 10 episode series kind of building up the origins of Charles Xavier and Eric Lencher?
Because we were kind of getting a little bit of the school aspect in that I forget what that X show was on Fox. They had a whole mutant show that had 3 seasons. The first season was really good.
Oh, Legion?
No, not Legion. It was going on Fox, and Legion was on FX. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to pull it up. But
okay.
It was cool because we were getting more and more mutants.
Right.
But it started to become something else entirely.
Because Fox does that.
Yeah.
It's instead of I feel like Disney/Marvel they know the simmer. They know the long game.
Yes.
They played the long game. And
The Gifted. Jesus.
Gifted.
That's what it was called.
Wasn't that what you called the one class?
Yeah. Well, it is Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, if you remember.
That's very true.
So I think that would be a cool way to do that, to start, maybe we start our simmer there. Where we're just doing stuff. We're getting to know, like we're getting to know this version of Xavier on this show, and it's okay. We're going to do a couple seasons of this, and then you guys are going to be you X-Men are going to be the main focus, and then you're going to get bumped up to the big leagues,
right?
And then you'll have to cameo every now and again, but then by after season 2 of these X-Men shows, we have new classmates,
new class.
So we're starting to get stuff like that.
Oh god, that's be great. It's so cool.
It's I get it. It's easy to say, but.
Yeah. But I feel like it'd be easy to execute.
I think so too, especially if you're trying to bolster your Disney Plus subscriptions. Like that's how you do it. You don't force us to buy your garbage Wonder Woman movie. You give us something that's worth spending that money on.
I will say this: Watchmen was worth the buy.
I'll give you that.
It was great. It was amazing. That's you got one for me. Just 0.1 for DC on that. That's it though.
But in the mutant vein, in the X-Men world, probably the biggest news is that Kevin Feige confirmed Deadpool 3,
right,
and that it will be rated R.
Okay, that's how
they want to play in that. They want to play in that sandbox.
Okay,
but because you know what it's going to do, kids. This is what it's going to do. It's going to cause them to add a feature to Disney Plus down the road, to where you have to pay $2 more to get Disney Plus.
Plus, yeah, or
Disney
Red,
Plus
yeah.
X. No, it wouldn't be X.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, whatever. That is like, oh, this is more adult content.
I would be down for the Disney Plus X.
Yeah.
You get. I mean, who does it? Donald doesn't wear pants. Mickey does though. Minnie doesn't. She doesn't wear underwear without a skirt.
Easy now, Jesus Christ. Jesus, man. What are we even doing? Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds is
confirmed to come
back.
Right.
No Reese and Miller though.
Oh, the writers?
Reese and Lord? Yes, the writers from Deadpool 1 and 2. Which is too bad.
Odd though.
Yeah.
I feel like they got the voice of that character.
Yes, but apparently Ryan had a lot of creative.
Oh yeah.
So he's heading up the script with a new pair of script, but it's just weird. Like why break the mold?
Yeah. I think it's I think Deadpool has always been Ryan's baby.
Yes, that's true. He's been on it longer than anybody.
Right. He campaigned. He fought for this. He gave it to us. He listened to the fans.
Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I have too many names. I know way too many superhero first names. We should do a show on that. We should just challenge it. I won't even refresh. We should.
I think it'd be fun.
Like we'll pick ones. And
who's this?
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. It's to not have those writers back kind of stinks, but they've been doing a lot. They've been out there, just doing the damn thing.
And I think this does raise some questions because Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, he played in the X-Men universe. We had Colossus, we had Juggernaut, we had Wolverine, Negasonic.
Where does that leave us with Colossus then? I can't imagine. While that was cool for Deadpool.
Is it going to work in the MCU version of X-Men?
I don't think so. I think they can make a better looking one.
I think so too. I like that. Like you said, it was fine for Deadpool.
Because the comedic value does work. Because it's not like Deadpool and Colossus have like a long relationship in the comics.
No, it's something created for the movie, which oddly worked.
It
totally
so
worked.
Much.
Yeah,
and I love the idea of Colossus trying to recruit Deadpool.
Yeah, totally.
You could be an X-Men.
Yeah, which is cool because that plays to they got the character of Colossus right.
Very much the animated series. It felt very in the vein of the animated series.
He's very won't give up on you. He's very big heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is pre-Legacy Virus. After the Legacy Virus hits, he's such a baby. Oh my god, my sister.
Yeah, she's in hell, burning.
So that was great to hear that news.
I think it'd be cool to see how they re-terraform Deadpool's universe. Does he wake up a la Wizard of Oz style, like, oh, where am I? And you were there, and you were like something like funny like that. Is there going to be a issue with the multiverse of madness? And he just blips in. I think that's the easiest, probably least convoluted way to do this.
Yeah.
Why not just do it this way?
Yeah.
I think this could be funny. And I want to see him play around with these characters.
And like I said, I would love it if because Feige didn't rule out any early appearances of Deadpool, like showing Ryan as Deadpool in other films, which would be great. But it would be so funny if he cusses and it's bleeped out.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the? And like he's aware of it. Like he's so upset by it.
So you saying I can't say?
Yeah.
What the? Yeah.
because you can't see his mouth.
Yeah.
So like you can get away
We
with
have
all
so
of
much
that.
fun with that.
Yeah. It writes itself. He knows that. It'll be nothing but fan service, but it's fan service I'm good with.
That's
you
fine
know?
with us.
Yeah.
That's how you do fan service.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you just get some kind of washed up director, had a couple hits, you know, rehashing things that shouldn't be rehashed.
Yep.
Sometimes you don't need to rehash, man.
Yeah, man. It was you already hashed it out. So it's been hashed
hashtag
up.
that.
Oh my gosh. I guess I would like to see Deadpool. Like I said, it would be cool at the end of Multiverse of Madness cliffhanger scene.
Sure. Maybe it's our credit scene. Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah. Spider-Man. You know, it'd be cool to see him in Spider-Man.
I want to see those two play off each other. Mm-hmm. They play each other pretty well in the comic book.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because you think they'd be similar. Yeah. Because they have a kind of a they're funny.
Yeah.
Different kinds of funny.
Yes.
Though. And Spider-Man in the comics does not care. Like he doesn't like Deadpool.
No, he does. He does like Wade. He's just like he's Wade's favorite superhero, Spider-Man. So he's like a fangirl. Yeah,
he's marking out hard.
Yeah, and Spider-Man's like, dude, just chill, man. Just like it's cool. Like we're friends, Wade. Oh my God. So that was a great great day for more news.
Yeah, for Marvel. I mean, MCU kind of you know, like, okay, you know, DC, you had your fun. Now we're taking 2021 by the cojones and we're running.
It's the classic Marvel move. It's like, okay, your Wonder Woman comes out, we're gonna drop some news.
Yep.
You know, just like
not even a movie.
No, just
news.
Just news. That news is so much more interesting than your film. Patty Jenkins.
I know. Come on, girl.
Please do well with Rogue Squadron. Please.
Yeah, she will.
I think she will.
I think there was a a lot of things going on with
it sounds like
Wonder
it's
Woman.
a nightmare to work for Warner Brothers.
I think it is.
You know?
I mean, Marvel and Disney Marvel / Disney gave us all this cool news, and then what did we get from Warner Brothers besides them getting sued?
Yeah.
Paying out the you know, whatever to these directors.
Yeah.
What's his name is
Ray
possibly going to be playing Martian Manhunter.
Oh,
That's like the only kind of news we got. What's his name?
I don't know his name. Yeah.
Anyway, it was one of the generals from Man of Steel.
Yeah.
That was the only kind of news we got.
But like just for that Snyder cut, it's like, you know what? I just
who cares?
Yeah, the Snyder cut. You got to rule the middle part of 2020.
Yeah,
but I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
You're like that girl that. You know, you're like, you know,
you're not getting the hint. You're not getting the hint. It's time.
Know, it was fun. Yeah. I shouldn't even say girl. You're that person you're with, and you know, you fill the void.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bar's closing.
I've been the void a few times.
The bar's closing. It's time to go. It's time to go. Kids, that's our show. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. Click the bell when we have new content coming out. You will get alerted. Let us know what you think about the show in the comments. Did you like the content? Is there something more we could do? Should Eric shave more of his chest? Like down?
You let me know.
Yeah, let us know. Remember, he's gonna get a Snyder Cut rules if it gets a
95 on the critic score. If it blows it out of the water, I will get a fresh shiny tattoo right here.
Just keep that there, kids. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to now when it comes to the Snyder Cut, and maybe some Green Lantern stuff. We'll see. That's how you get me.
Yeah,
give me some more GL stuff.
Exactly.
But whatever. Eric, do you have any final thoughts for us today?
You know, I do. You know, talking about bars, I just want to say, you know, who goes out on a Tuesday night? You know, bar's too quiet, cover band's too loud. It's a little Vin Diesel for you.
Dude, give me a loud cover band. You know what? You didn't write it. You're not going to do it as well, but you better do it loud. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I have been your host, Roman Chavez.
I'm still Eric Icarus.
And we will catch you on the next podcast.